I want to talk about why I don't rely on motivation when life feels uncertain. I rely on systems. I don't rely on systems because they are impressive or efficient, but when everything feels unstable, it is something I can return to. Everyone always tries to figure everything out in their head, all the decisions, the next steps, everything else in life, trying to keep it all together at one time. And this is not a flaw. It is just too much to ask of your nervous system. Your nervous system is not designed to hold that much pressure and uncertainty without support. It's actually designed to keep you safe when it doesn't know what's going to happen next. It defaults to vigilance, to a self-defense mechanism. But for most of us, it's reached that point of hypervigilance. It causes anxiety, the inability to sleep. Okay, we're overthinking a lot. We don't feel any stability in our life. As you can see, the weather's picking up out here, but I'm going to continue this. This is honestly just a mental prison that we put ourselves in. It's emotional and mental prison, and it's energetic as well. We keep ourselves locked in this prison of hypervigilance because you don't trust anyone. We're always watching our backs at all times. I mean, it sounds like prison, right? You may feel like you're in a prison as well. And we're just waiting on the next shoe to drop, as they say. The thing is, you're not broken. Those are just things you feel when you're not supported. Our internal system now has an error message popping up at this point. Take it as a signal. We need to reprogram or update our system, but our systems need help. We need support. When most people think of a system, they think of something that is rigid, but it doesn't have to be rigid. It can be supportive and adaptive to your situation. Let me tell you what I'm talking about when I say system. I am not talking about productivity hacks, optimizing your morning, or batching all of these tasks at one time. A system is something that you can return to when you don't know what the next step is going to be. It's a map when you're in unfamiliar territory, or a guide when you're between versions of yourself. It can also be a set of questions that orient you when you feel lost. What I'm talking about is a system that is a path instead of a plan, because a plan assumes that you know where you're going. And sometimes in life, if we're honest, we don't know where we're going. We feel stuck. We feel lost. We feel foggy minded. So we can't think ahead. Y'all, it's getting a little crazy out here, but I have to record this. And I want to talk about the fact that when life feels overwhelming, like right now, these systems are something we can go to. This is something that you can rely on, but that requires you to be more present and intentional in your life. And if you're watching this video, I would classify you as someone that's a seeker, as I am in life. We question things. We want to know more, but we also know that there is more to life for us too. And we want to grow into that version of ourselves, but we don't need pressure. We need orientation. Listen, when your environment is unpredictable, like what's happening right now, your brain has to work harder to make sense of what's happening. In neuroplasticity, uncertainty activates the same threat detections as if you are in physical danger. So it doesn't know the difference between, I just don't know what's coming next, and I'm in fear of my life because something's coming at me. It just sees uncertainty and responds with vigilance. It is the safety defense mechanism that we are born with. We innately just have it in us, and it's automatic. The thing is, a small amount of uncertainty and stress is fine, and it's actually healthy for us. But chronic, long-term periods of stress, it just leads to this load that is too much for your system to carry, and it can no longer operate in the way that it should. And now our whole bodies are getting out of whack. We're not, circulating our chi, if you will, the correct way. And so we're having blockages and different symptoms and things like that come up. So this is just a signal for you to reassess and look at what is happening. We want to reduce our decision fatigue at this point. And then we can reduce prediction errors because we're so hypervigilant that we don't trust anyone or anything. We're going to seclude ourselves, and then we think everything's against us. And that is not a life to live. But here's what's powerful about having a system. It is repeatable. It is a framework or a structure that you can return to. Again, if our body can return back to a state of homeostasis, a baseline, then our body can start to heal itself. We can regenerate ourselves. We can reprogram ourselves. Your body now knows what to do no matter what happens. We've come back to a baseline. Same thing for your mind. When you have these systems, your mind doesn't have to think about all the different scenarios. It knows what to do because it's following a system. This is the level of creating safety. We're creating new patterns, new behaviors, and we can build more self-trust. And when your nervous system feels safe and you have this self-trust, we can stop defaulting to vigilant. It can rest, it can think, it can adapt to situations when they arise, not having to prep before they even do. This is not rigidity. It is support for a burned out and outdated system. See, this is why I wrote my book, The Way of the Seeker. It actually launches today. The pre-launch, pre-orders are open today for you. Link is in the description. This is not a motivational or self-help book. I'm not trying to convince anyone of anything. Okay. This is a guide, a set of reflections, a framework and practices for people who are navigating times of uncertainty. This is for people who are between versions of themselves, who are tired of pressure and are ready for support. I wrote it because I needed it. During times of transition, and I've had a lot of those in my life, some intentional and some unintentional, I kept looking for something that would orient me without demanding that I be somewhere else that I'm not right now, without losing sleep just to get there, without going in a direction that someone else has for me, and figuring out what it is that I want. I wanted something that would meet me where I was without pushing me to somewhere else that I didn't even know if I wanted to be there or not. And I couldn't find it, so I built it, not as a solution, not as a complete fix, but as a companion. This is something steady when everything else feels uncertain. I can return to it, look at the practices, the framework, anchor in on where I'm at in that point in time, and then I can move forward and continue on my journey. Today, January 18, 2026, is the pre-launch of this book. Pre-orders are now open, and I'm going to cover the cost of the book because I want it in the hands of those who need it, who want it, and who will read it and not just sit it on a shelf. You will just pay for the cost of shipping, and I will ask for your honest review on the book. I do want you to read it and let me know what you think. And I'm so excited about this. This has been something that's been a long time coming. You can see I'm out here. It is starting to snow right now. It is very cold. But I had to make this video. I had to put this out. My last one, if you go back and watch it, I had already recorded this, but the audio did not record. I'm hoping that it's recording right now. It put me back, and then I was focused on just getting everything on the back end straight so that people can place orders, to where I had to record this today and put this out. Doing this all myself. I wrote the book, edited the book, did the cover, everything like that. I'm publishing it under my LLC, to get this information out, because I know it's needed. I needed it for myself. I still need it. It's an everyday life thing. It's a journey of life. When you hit these different gates in life, these portals, these gateways, these entrances, where you can choose to stay where you're at, or you can choose to step through and move forward. Whatever it is for you. But I want to share that. I want to connect with you all. So please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, share it with some others that you think may be on the same wavelength, resonate with this, who probably could use this book. Because again, I am covering the cost of the book. I'm going to get it printed for you. You just cover the cost of shipping to get it to you so you can read it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And on February 1st, it will go back to the regular price. So this is your chance to get it for just the cost of shipping. If you feel like this is something that would support you right now, the details are below in the description box. I'll even pin a comment for you. And if not, it's okay. There's no pressure. I just want to offer this up as an invitation. And please, again, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video for me and share it. Before I go, I want to tell you that I know that most people don't burn out because they lack discipline. It's because they don't have a system in place to support them. They're carrying the weight of everything, and that compounds, and your nervous system was never meant to carry it for that long period of time consistently. Every decision that you don't make, every emotion that you don't process, and every transition that you go into and you don't fully arrive at, you just keep going, it all accumulates. Psychologists call this your cognitive load. It is how much that you mentally can carry. And research shows that when your cognitive load gets too much, your ability to adapt shrinks. Your emotional regulation suffers, okay? And your decision-making skills diminishes. See, it's not about trying harder. It's about having a system, a structure in place that allows you to set things down and re-regulate your system. And that's what this book does for you. It gives you a system to help you do that through everyday life. The book is a system turned into a path. It is for those who are ready to walk instead of run. Again, the details are below for any of you who feel called to read this. And I will be sharing this journey on this channel, so go ahead and subscribe. I already talk about this anyway. This is just a different method and a different way to get the information out. For those of you who are more hands-on, who want to do it for yourself, this will help you during those times where you're going through transition. So go ahead, check the book out in the description box. You don't need to become someone new. You just need to walk as who you already are, but with more clarity, more support, and with less weight. So before you click on the next video or go to your next task, I want you to pause with me, breathe, and know that what you've just done, sticking with me this far, doing that pausing and breathing, you've just poured 10 times back into your life, and you will receive that. What you've put in, you will get out. So congratulations, you made it this far. Thank you for being with me. I'm going to go inside now. This is kind of crazy that it started right when I started to record, but it is time to go into the house. I'm so cold. But pre-orders are open. Go ahead and order your book. I'm paying for your book. You just cover the shipping cost to get it to you. Pre-orders will end February 1st. It goes to regular retail price at that point. So go ahead and grab it now. Share this. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate y'all. Continue to shine on.